you've taken off the skin off of your shoulders and your sirloins and your deboning. Anything that we need to just hack at it, just get it off.
Yeah, get the.
Nothing really.
There's no trick other than a sharp knife and experience. You get better at boning out pork. And if it's a home pig, don't sweat trying to like totally denude the bones of all meat.
Yeah,
because you will find little scraps of meat and collagen very desirable in the stock that you're going to make from all those bones. So don't be too puritanical about that.
Okay, so you've got a pile of essentially stew meat.
Yeah, and we mentioned grinding, we mentioned mixing thoroughly, and then
the
stuffing. You want to let the casings soak in water because they will come in the mail to you likely unless you clean your own, and they will be packed in salt, and they'll be really dry and brittle, and they won't be very workable. So you soak them, and if you really want them to be pliable and workable, which I recommend, run the tap through them. Run water through them.
Okay.
And it's a really quick way to rinse out salt and to use the water to make the casings pliable. And if you can get them soaking at least a couple hours before, it will dramatically expedite your stuffing of the sausage, which you will use this machine for that I am pointing to right there. Big old canister with a tube that comes off that end on which you slide the casings, and then a piston that goes down when you turn a handle, stuffing the casings full of deliciously seasoned sausage meat. And once they're stuffed, you'll have these long coils, and then you spin them into links, and you can definitely look up Scott Ray, his video, or Scott Ree, I think it's Ree. He's got a YouTube, RHEA, a YouTube channel that's very popular and super awesome, and he details the linking process if you want to do the cool butcher banger way of doing it, which is a British butcher banger way, which is making 3 links at once. It's really efficient. They tend to be a little looser. If you're like me and you have an inordinate obsession with perfectly sized and equally dense links, then you will link each one individually, nurturing each shape, each link on its own. And when you do that, you'll just be alternating directions. You pinch the coil, spin away from you, and then go to the next one, spin towards you. And you will be judging each link on its own. So there's not a fixed number of spins. It's just you spin it until it is at the absolute limit of the tensile strength of the casing, almost bursting. And I don't prick them. One thing I might do is when it comes off of the extruder, off of the sausage stuffer, you've got the big unlinked coil, coil it, and then I rub my hand around it kind of vigorously, and I centralize the bubbles, so there will be air, and it's not very desirable. So you kind of follow the spiral with your hand, rubbing all the way to the end, and then just prick the end. That way you just get one hole, and you've worked the air all the way to one side, and now the air's gone through maybe 1 to 3 large bubbles in the coil.
Excuse me.
And then you link that. And then you want to refrigerate that or leave it out if you've salted it at 2% by weight. If you leave it out all night, it will develop a minor souring, just a real subtle sour, a little tang, and it's nice. And it's a little bit of fermentation that has begun. And I think it's great. It's a really nice addition of flavor. It seems to integrate the spices and create a more a harmony, a more diffuse harmony, rather than these individual, like, oh, there's the cumin, oh, there's the paprika, oh, there's the oregano. It tends to blend them. And then don't separate the links until the next day, because those little connections need to dry out. And then once they're dry-ish, you can snip them or cut them with a knife into individual links, and they won't unravel.
Yeah.
And then for a fresh sausage, we'll keep a big platter of it in the walk-in or in the fridge in the house until we eat through them, and they'll be in there for a week or so at least. And if we have more than that, then we just freeze them right after snipping the links, wrap them and freeze them.
Yeah. We have you've made sausage before for one time for our son's birthday that we invited a ton of people over for. Mm-hmm. And you didn't link it. It was just one long coil.
Huge coil, yeah.
And we cooked it on our paella pan.
Yeah, it filled like the whole thing.
It was huge.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was really fun. And you even flipped it all in one flip.
Well,
I don't know how you did it.
It broke a little bit, but...
Well, something.
It was a magnanimous gesture.
It really was. I think you captured it on Instagram maybe. It was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. You also have done I don't know what it's called actually, but where you can make 3
Yes,
links.
I described that
okay.
for them, and I recommended to them Scott Ree's video on that.
Okay.
Actually, did we do a video on that?
We did, yeah.
I did for the membership, I think.
Yeah, we have like 3 to 6 videos in membership right now
on sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see what I mean by sausage extruder, what our grinder looks like exactly. Mm-hmm. The 3 links per something mode, linking 3 links at a time.